Hello, and welcome to the Fall 2023 semester. I'm Dr. Nolan Rollins, and I will be your instructor for the Health Practicum course. Most of the content I will be sending you will be on Blackboard, so we are considered a virtual/hybrid format. There will be a time where we meet at the end of the semester just to review your progress and talk about the things you've learned. Now, let's get started on some of the expectations. So, this is basically the point of this talk is we're going to hit some key points. I'm going to try to do some pre-correction and give you guys some insight to where students normally struggle. And then we're going to establish a routine for the next 16 weeks. So review your syllabus, look it over. The first thing you'll see is 400 hours, which we'll discuss. And there's also assignments throughout the 16 weeks, and you're going to need to stay on top of these assignments. And if 400 hours and additional assignments sound like a lot, it is. It is. And I understand that you're managing a lot of things. And really my objective is to help you navigate this transition from being a student to being a professional. And you're going to get 12 credits for this. So the one thing you really need to start with is getting a first aid and CPR certification. If you haven't done that, reach out to me, please, immediately. We need to get you on track. Okay, so like I said, this is your some programs call it a capstone. This is where you take everything you learned and you apply it into the professional realm. And you're going to have an off-campus opportunity. If you have something that you want to do on campus, we're going to have to talk about it, and that's going to be by special permission only, just because I know you've spent a lot of time at Delaware State University. Now I want you to go outside the university and get an idea of what you'll be doing. I'm going to skip over a lot of the objectives. I feel that you should read them and can read them. One of the things that I really want you to do is get an internship as soon as possible. And I will be posting some stuff on Blackboard to help you do that. And then it will be approved by me after you fill out the Google form. And I will send your contract out to all the people that need to sign it. This must be done by the no-show date. And you just got to get used to showing up. You got to show up, and that starts with getting this contract. And if you have any reason you think that's going to be an issue, you need to talk to me sooner rather than later. If I don't know, I can't help you troubleshoot. Okay. So some of the things we're going to do, there's going to be participation assignments. There's going to be self-reflections. There's going to be a completion of hours documentation and some other evaluations, and then your final paper. Okay, participation. So there's going to be some written assignments that I give you, and there's going to be some discussions that help you prepare for the written assignment, and there's also going to be some presentations that aren't going to be a big thing. They're going to be a couple minutes where you have to talk in front of a camera and post it. And these are intended to get you ready for professional conversations that you're going to have. Reflective assignments, there's going to be 5 approximately. And they're going to have 4 to 6 writing prompts, and they will have specific directions on how to get the most points possible. These are things that you need to think about and think about your experience. This isn't something that ChatGPT can help you out with, because it's going to be you reflecting on your unique experience. Okay. Completion of hours. I just need a signature, and I think that's coming up ahead. Here we go. So there's a completion of hours forms, and most importantly, you should check under course documents for this internship hour log. If you keep a running log, it's easy. And you'll see the midterm is 100 points. You must have a supervisor's signature, a total of hours, dates, and just task completed. You see there's not a lot of space on here. I just want just a sentence on what you did. Okay? The finals hours log is the same thing, and you'll notice that there will be a spot for your midterm and your finals. And these professional documentations, which include internship hours and your evaluations, basically what you do in midterm, you redo for your final. And I like to watch the growth. So your midterm is going to come up before you know it. You just need to turn in a baseline. and then I expect to see growth from that baseline. When you're all done, you will have a form that looks like this. It's called completion of hours. You're going to sign, and your supervisor is going to sign that you did, in fact, complete 400 hours. Okay. Professionalism and competency elevation. The professionalism is things like you show up to work on time, you're professionally dressed. The competencies are specific to your internship, and you will be writing them. And the competencies are the hard skills that you will learn as you go through this internship. The professionalism, think of the soft skills that you should already have a handle on, and if you don't, we can help you with that. Okay? So we're going to look at midterm. I'm going to double check and confirm that that's week 8, and I'll post those weeks in advance, and your supervisors will receive a notice from me. I send them an email saying, you know, you should be approached with these documents, and then they can reach out to me if they have any questions. Questions are typically like, maybe a student just started and I only have a week that they didn't really accomplish much. That's fine. I'm not going to hold that against you on your midterm. Now, for the final assessment, I really anticipate that you've taken the feedback and applied it. Okay, I think I've said enough about that. Course requirements, there's going to be a final paper. This is going to be your introduction, your innovation, your literature review that you haven't done yet, and a proposal. So those 4 assignments you're going to do through the back half of the course, and I'm going to give you feedback, and then you're expected to take that feedback and put those assignments together, and bang, there's your final paper. So we'll be working up to that, and that starts around the time of your midterm. Okay? Type practical experiences. It's a huge, huge field that we're in. So if you have a question about should something count as public health or public health practical experience, just email me, and there's going to be information on the Google Sheet. I think there's been one time I gave somebody a hard no, and that's because they wanted to work with their dad, and their dad was he worked in a fire hall. He was a firefighter, and she was kinesiology actually, and I just couldn't make that connection between how to shadow a firefighter. Although I appreciate what they do, they keep us safe, but that did not really pertain to her career aspirations. So in that one rare instance, the answer was no, and then she did do a great job. She found another internship and did quite well. So bring it to me and we'll talk. Okay. A lot of successful students have done activities including program planning, evaluation, policy analysis, research proposal, or just a research report with data that's been collected. These are experiences that have gone well. Okay, again, this is 16 weeks. I typically post stuff on Monday, and your assignments are due Friday. If I post a deadline, 11:59 every time. So whether it be Sunday or Friday, if I say a day, you already know the time is 11:59 p.m. If I do give you a couple extra days and I give you till Sunday and there's a deadline of Sunday, just be aware that I will not be available Friday after 4 o'clock to answer any questions. Another thing that you should know is I require students to ask questions at least 1 business day before the assignment's due. So if there's something on Friday that's due at 11:59 on Friday, you need to ask me by 11:59 on Thursday. That way I have ample time to address your question, give you feedback you need, and then you can go and apply the feedback. Okay? Grades. Grades will not be rounded down. I'm not going to take points from you. I'm also not going to add points. It's going to be a weighted scale. So if you see red, yellow, green for your grade, that doesn't mean anything to me. Also, some students have MyHub. MyHub doesn't account for a weighted grade. There will be a weighted grade column. And if you have questions with that, I'm happy to help. So you'll see, basically, the 5 things I mentioned, the hours log, that second row should be participation assignments, your journals, your competencies, and your final report. They're all worth 20%. So if you just don't do any of the self-reflection journals, the best grade you could possibly get is a B. That'd be 80%. Okay. Speaking of percents, there's the breakdown. 90 to 100 A, and so on and so forth. Okay. So that was basically what we're going to be doing for the next 16 weeks. I hope that you reach out to me. If you have any questions, I'm going to start posting content today. Today is Monday, the 21st, so that's a week before we actually get started. Welcome to the class. I'm excited to get going.